time of the year for sure. Happy birthday to all of my Scorpios. The sun went into the sign of Scorpio on Sunday the 23rd at 6:36 a.m. Eastern Time. So the Scorpio season has officially begun as of yesterday. The same day, Venus also went into the sign of Scorpio. And we also had Saturn, dun, 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 stationing direct, finally, after 5 months in retrograde. That is a very, very positive transit for all the Capricorns, especially, and I would say also for the Aquarius folks out there, because Saturn is currently in Aquarius. Juno also went direct yesterday. Juno is one of our large transiting asteroids. Juno is a very interesting asteroid. It really does deal with marriage. It deals with partnerships, relationships, romance, what makes you appealing to other people. That's a very big part of what Juno does deal with in your personal chart. And it has been in that very mystical, magical sign of Pisces. So that has come out of retrograde as well. So finally, we do have some things moving forward. That's a really, really good vibe. On this tomorrow, so tomorrow Tuesday is a big day as well. It is going to be our new moon at 6:49 a.m. with the solar eclipse also happening at the same time, both in the sign of Scorpio. This is huge transformational energy. I'm sure everybody is feeling the intensity of it in some area of their life. And it is really a time where we start to really pull within. And I think that's very typical of Scorpio season, as we always go more within. It's a much more introverted energy. We dig deep. It's a sign of psychological healing, emotional depth. So it's really about going, deep, deep below the surface. Scorpio goes deeper than any other sign, in my opinion. And so it is a time where we really do turn within, and we can get a lot done if we're focused on that. Scorpio season is excellent for therapy, self-help, getting some help for yourself, physical healing or transformation. Similar a little bit to Virgo, it can help you transform your habits and your routines. But I would say, because it's Scorpio, it's more the habits and routines around your thoughts, your emotional responses, and the way that you take care of yourself from within. I always love the energy of the new moon, y'all. It always feels like a fresh new start each month. It does give us those 2 weeks of greater momentum, greater productivity. I was born in a new moon, so whenever the moon is new, right on that, dark moon, new moon, I always feel a little happier because it feels like good things are coming in. I will tell you the difference between solar eclipse energy and lunar eclipse energy. Solar eclipse energy is more like the breath in. It's what you're attracting. It's those conscious mind energies. And so it's really about, the breath in. What are you bringing in? What do you want more of in your life? And so when it is in the sign of Scorpio, I would apply this wherever you want to or need to transform. That's what you want to focus on bringing in with that solar eclipse. Now, of course, our eclipses always come in patterns. And so 2 weeks after that, there will be a lunar eclipse. So 2 weeks after this new moon, approximately when the moon is full, let me flip it to I'm looking at my handy pocket calendar here. So when the moon is full, we're going to have a lunar eclipse. Let's see if I can find that sucker. Oh yeah. Full moon lunar eclipse will be happening on November Tuesday the 8th in the sign of Taurus, while the sun is in Scorpio. And you know what I think is really funny is the lunar eclipses are very much the breath out, and they're about what people want to let go of in their life. So I would say with a full moon in Taurus, what people are letting go of are many times, stubborn habits, stubborn ideas, maybe a feeling of scarcity or lack, letting that go. That's a big one for a lot of us. But I also find that this is very funny that this is landing on American Election Day. because I'm sure everybody out there is sick of the political ads. I can't get away from them. I feel like they have been going for months and months, and I'm like, okay, so finally election day, and that's when that lunar eclipse is coming in. And so I think that what is going to happen during that lunar eclipse is going to be that people tend to vote people out rather than bring in the new. Like, that's more their feeling. Like, it's not so much that they're running to bring in somebody new. They're like, I just want to get this person out. Like, because the lunar eclipse is about getting rid of things, releasing things and stuff like that. So, yes. So there we go. That's what's going on for the lunar energy. So the next thing that I would say, of course, is the big deal coming up that we are going to be looking at. I believe that's on Halloween night. Yes, let me get back to that one. Sorry, guys, gotta flip my books. Yes, the day before Halloween is going to be the 30th, Sunday the 30th, and Mars will be going retrograde in the sign of Gemini, and it will be retrograde until January 12th, 2023. We have talked about that some on the channel, and this is what I really feel like, the next couple months of this year, they're not going to be super productive, sorry to say. The rest of this year's energy is a little bit blah. It really is going to require a lot of rest, taking a step back, reassessing things, because when Mars is retrograde, the wheels aren't going forward as easily. The one positive thing I will say about Mars in retrograde is it behaves a little more like Venus, so people are probably going to be a little bit more courteous, a little less pushy when it comes to getting their way. And even if they are pushy about getting their way, it's not going to work well for them because, it just does, that energy is not favored at all during this time. So that's our astrology. Our astrology update. It is a lot. It is a lot. There's a lot going on. So we're going to do a collective reading and see what we have got for the collective energy, what everybody is feeling right now. Take it as it resonates to different parts of your life because it will be for everyone here. I will also be opening up the chat for personal readings. If anybody wants one of those, they are $15 minimum donation, and you can do that through the YouTube super chat, or you can do, I think I have Venmo and PayPal links down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to see what is coming up around this solar eclipse, new moon energy of Scorpio. Let's just see what we've got. I'm going to do a couple different things for this. I'm going to do a little bit of moon cards, and we're also going to do some tarot. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have, please, for the new moon and solar eclipse in Scorpio of 2022. Please show us what we have got going on for that. I almost wanted to say 2023. And I really have a feeling, when I get that urge to say the different date, I really feel like this is going to have some strong ramifications for us that go into next year, the beginning of next year. There it is. Wow. Okay, guys, right off the top, keyword is patience. Yes, absolutely. And I do believe that we have to have patience. We really do. This is absolutely truthful. And on the bottom of the deck, what a surprise. Transformation. So have patience with this transformation. This isn't going to happen overnight. And that's why I feel like what I'm getting is that for a lot of us, this big transformation is beginning, this week or this month. But it's going to take time to completely reveal the results of what that may be for each of us. So that's why I feel this transformation card and the patience card are kind of going hand in hand. You know, it's a lot of people think, boom, oh, transformation, everything's just going to change overnight. And it doesn't work that way. It takes time for things to happen. Even for the butterfly, the transformation doesn't happen overnight. They have to go through different stages and cycles to get to that ultimate transformation that feels very powerful and positive. So be patient. Take it one step at a time. Don't, beat yourself up or feel like giving up if you're like, oh, this just isn't happening fast enough. It's never going to happen. You might feel that way, but it's not true. Just give it some time. Give it some time. There's longevity in this, right? Going the distance in this. So yeah, be patient with this transformative cycle because it is a big one. I really get the sense that this is not something, it's not something surface level at all. It never would be with Scorpio energy, right? Scorpio energy is all about transformation, deep, deep, far reaching. It's not surface level. It's not light and fluffy. It's, even though I feel like this is a very positive transformation that's going on. Hey there, Sharon, good to see you. Even though I feel like it's very positive because it's solar influenced, it still doesn't mean that it's going to be overnight. And I think that's really the big thing, the big message here. So let's pull some tarot around this. Let's see what we have for the collective as, basic themes, advice, past, present, future energies around this as we go through this cycle, this very, very big cycle of transformation with this Scorpio transit. Ooh, yeah. Oh my goodness. It's very positive. Very, very positive. Okay, guys. So for me, right in the center of the spread, we have the World card. So Saturn rulership, things coming full circle. Yes, Saturn, just went direct, and it is also, to me, it rules Capricorn. So it is about patience. And I do feel like a lot of my fixed signs, that are going to be really, really more affected. They really will be because, Scorpio energy is a fixed sign. It's going to impact the fixed signs. So Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. And they're in the center. To me, that says this is a transformation that you've been waiting for a while. This is something that you've been really hoping for. And it feels like it's about dang time. That's how you feel. It's about time. I've been waiting for this to come around. Finally, I'm at the end of this, cycle. Finally, things are really wrapped up because the World card is the last card in the major arcana, and it does represent those cycles coming to fruition and a very successful, positive culmination. It's not like this is just like, oh, fine, I just throw my hands up and walk away. No, this is like, I got there. I made it. I've had a victory. I've had a success. Now I can go to the next level. So it feels like a very positive transformation. For some of us, maybe for a lot of us, this is a general reading, so it applies to the collective. We've got the Lovers, so this could be for many people a finally, a decision, a victory, a success, closure in a relationship, closure in, love or friendship. Many times this could also be making a big decision because the Lovers is a Gemini energy card, and it does have to do with decision making, right? Making a choice. In the immediate past, we have the Four of Wands, so I do feel like that's where a lot of folks are coming from. I think we still have a lot of people kind of hanging out and hunkering down at home, and that is a home kind of card, home and family. I do feel like those connections for a lot of us have been improving or at least changing, because that to me is a definite card of happy homecomings, family connections improving. For some of us, it can be those soulmates and twin flames because we have the 1111 represented in that Four of Wands. Nine of Cups, yeah. People have really been focused, those that resonate with this reading, you'll feel it because this to me shows there's been a lot of focus on getting to the good stuff and really letting go of anything that's not positive in your life. It really is. It's like, I want to be happy in my home. I want to focus on my dreams, wishes, and hopes for the future. Nine of Cups is all about going towards those dreams, going towards those wishes, having a little bit more hope. just saying, I want to be happy. I'm tired of letting, circumstances and things get me down. I'm going to choose to be happy. And going into the future, look at this, the Six of Wands. Very, very positive. Like I said, this is a positive transformation. Doesn't mean it's always going to be easy getting through it, but it is a positive transformation with a lot of victory, a lot of successful outcomes. To me, the World card and the Six of Wands are both huge cards of victory and success. And so I really do feel, it's like if you do the work, if you do the healing, if you go with the flow of this transformation, especially to me over the next 3 months, I'm really feeling the next 3 months. Once you get into January 2023 and beyond, you're going to feel this even more. Yeah, and look at that. The Six of Wands with the transformation card. Not transformation, well, Judgment is a transformation card. It's a Scorpio ruled card. It's a Pluto rulership on that card. So it is about rising from the dead, second chances, being reborn, having a rebirth. That's really huge. So yeah, there may be something or someone that gets a second chance in your life and it turns out to be very successful. Or you may just feel like you're being born anew completely. You may feel really, really reinvigorated. Like I felt like I was dying and now I am born again. I am free. I've got another chance to go do something that makes me really happy. On the bottom, subconscious focus for us is the Seven of Wands. So I do feel like a lot of people are still very defensive. They're very guarded, very careful about who they let in because they're like, no, I feel like it goes into that same vein of I don't want to let anything negative into my circle. So a lot of people are feeling like they've really got their walls up. And that's okay. I mean, I feel like in some ways that's all right because if you're being careful, cautious of who you let in and what you let into your life so that you keep your energy clean, kind of keep your intention and your focus pure, then that's a perfectly fine thing to do. Maybe you were letting people in that weren't good for you in the past. Yeah, you're done. You're really done with it. Look at that, 10 of Wands. Clarifying the Seven of Wands. Absolutely. Like you're just like, I'm going to be careful now because I've gotten into some really burdensome things and I'm just done. I'm done letting in anyone or anything that is not good for my energetic field. Wow, do I feel that. Going on to the top. We talked about this with the lunar eclipse coming up in Taurus, and Taurus is that money, the resources, crowning the spread and message from Spirit is the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel absolutely that, part of what we're really focusing on transforming is a feeling of scarcity or lack, whether it's a lack in love, a lack in money, a lack within ourselves. And so this is kind of that hand of Spirit saying, no, you're going to be granted some gifts. You're going to be getting some things that are really going to help you out. So don't give up, have patience on this transformative adventure because it's going to pay off in the end. Just hang in there with it. It's like if you give up and you stop making the efforts to, to do the transformation and to go with the flow of the transformation, then you're not going to really receive a whole lot. But if you work with this energy and you let it work with you, it's going to have some big rewards. And yeah, and it's just going to make you a lot happier. It's going to make you feel like kicking up your heels and getting out there and just having some fun. And I feel like, the people that are in your circle that are experiencing the same flourishing or the same, positive transformative effects, it's like you'll all be kind of coming together like, look at us, we got through it. So let's get into a little bit of advice on navigating this, please. This is great collective energy. I love it. Love it for us here. Definitely. Ooh, all this water. All this water, guys. It's definitely an emotional transit. With the Scorpio energy, of course, it's going to be emotional. So suggested approach is the Knight of Cups. Keep it moving when it comes to your emotions, It really is. It's like, don't be static with it. Make your love offers. Let people make love offers to you. If something doesn't feel right, get out of there. Knight of Cups is Pisces energy. He's got the little fishies all over that tunic there that he's wearing. I mean, it's just, many people see this as the kind of romantic seductress or seductor, that's really like going to sweep you off your feet. And sometimes they're, for real, and sometimes they're a little glamorous. But I also see this as being very sensitive to where you offer your cup of love. There may be a lot of love offers over the next month or two. Got some Pisces, got some Capricorn. I would say, you know, and it's interesting because on the bottom of the Rider-Waite, we've got the Queen of Pentacles too. So she's coming into this reading twice, and that's my Capricorn Queen. To me, this is Pisces energy and Capricorn energy in our suggested approach. So I would say this is the head and the heart, right? You know, because the Queen of Pentacles is much more down to earth, grounded. She makes practical decisions, and she is definitely thinking about her money. She's thinking about abundance. She's thinking about, you know, really being stable. Yeah, having security, big time. The Knight of Cups is a much more emotional, you know, kind of fluid energy, come and go. But I think that if you balance these two together, it's a very positive, because I think Pisces energy is super creative, romantic, imaginative. Capricorn energy gets it done. So this is really showing, start to manifest those creative ideas, those spiritual ideas, those maybe romantic visions or creative visions that you have. That's a very powerful thing to do with this energy. But it is balancing the head and the heart, because the Pisces energy, the Knight of Cups, is a very romantic figure. And Queen of Pentacles, not so romantic. You know, she's a lot more like common sense, practical. You know, it's like, you know, she doesn't have her head in the clouds, but the Knight of Cups kind of does, right? So if you kind of balance these two together, then you're able to have that emotional sensitivity, but also the grounded, practical nature that's important. And that'll help you get through all of this transformative energy. What you need to know, Five of Swords, you know, these are the folks that I am not big and fond of. These are our narcissist energy thieves, and especially people that kind of step on others to get ahead. They don't mind, you know, hurting somebody to get what they want. You know, that's why it's like they're picking up all the swords, like, hey, I got it all, and everyone's walking off just, you know, feeling like the loser. These are the kind of people need to make someone the loser so they can be the winner. And so this may be people that are on their way out. You know, this could be very strongly the people that you don't want to work with anymore, that you don't want to deal with any longer. These are also the kind of people that kind of drag you down a nasty cycle of bad habits. You know, it's like this is the kind of person, like, maybe you know you shouldn't be drinking so much, you know, for whatever reason, and they're like the kind of person, they're like, no, let's go do that. And it's like, they always want to go against your better judgment, and sometimes they are, you know, exert the wrong kind of pressure on you, that kind of thing. Look at that Empress. Yeah, you know you're worth more than that. So I would say in the need to know, you need to know that better people will come along if you stay on that high vibrational level. Let the people go that aren't really for your best. And don't worry that you'll be lonely or lonesome. You won't be forever. Even if you're kind of lonely by letting those kind of folks go for a little while, it won't last forever, because you'll start to attract people that are in a better vibration. Hopes and fears, Ace of Cups, and I do feel like a lot of people are feeling very emotional right now, very vulnerable. There's a lot of moving and shaking, and so I would say to anybody that's afraid that you'll either be, you know, romantically alone, or that your spiritual life won't be fulfilling enough to get you through, like, don't have that as a fear, because you're deep down hoping that it will all work out and that those blessings will come. I think that's also a very strong card of healing, right? It's a very strong card of healing. You may also feel like you've got a lot of choices, right? So you don't want to miss. It's like I get this, like, this message, like, I don't want to miss the boat. Like, if there's this big blessing coming in, and maybe there's a couple others that look really good too, I don't want to miss the right one for me, because I can't make a decision. So I would say that if that's your situation, definitely look at all the options, make a decision. Don't be in that indecisive energy forever. On the outcome, look at this. We got so much water here, so much Pisces energy here going on. This is a Pisces card. Can also be Cancer, because it is the moon, and moon rules Cancer. but this to me is a very spiritual outcome. It's a very intuitive outcome. I feel like a lot of things will be revealed. That's a big thing about this transformation. Is the outcome is to me like, you know, anything that has felt deceptive, confusing, blocked, you know, you're gonna start to see, you know, the shift will happen. And again, you know, these lunar cycles are really strong right now, so it doesn't surprise that the moon card would come out. But it really is very much about seeing what's been hidden. And Scorpio does reveal a lot of things to us as well. And we've got the Two of Cups. So in relationship, I think there will be a lot of big reveals. There's going to be a lot of things that, you know, maybe we didn't realize. There could even be, to me, with this combination, there could be a hidden, you know, secret admirer, somebody that's really like got a lot of emotion or love for you, and you just didn't even know it. And then they come forward and it's like, whoa, you didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming. There's obviously, to me, a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in this reading. There's a good bit of Capricorn energy. There's a lot of fire in here too. There's a good balance of energies. Again, on the bottom, look at this. We have got the Queen of Pentacles, our Capricorn Queen, and the Six of Wands. Again, so the two cards that we got here twice are the Six of Pentacles and the the Six of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. We've got both of those twice in this reading for the general. Obviously, if you're Capricorn, you're going to feel it. If you're a Leo, you're going to feel it. Not that you have to be those signs to feel it, but I do feel it for the collective. There is this energy of things coming to completion, a big focus on wanting to be secure, no matter what that might be for you. There's a big focus on second chances and rebirth, right? So you'll probably be feeling that. This is a beautiful reading. These cards are amazing, guys. These are really nice for a collective read. But have patience. Have patience with your transformative process that is beginning this week. It is a lot, but hang in there. I really do feel like, you know, we might have a couple months that are just kind of a slog. We're kind of like trying to get through the mud, but I honestly feel like kind of like that early 2023, a lot of this is going to make sense. A lot of it's going to feel a whole lot better. And it's going to be like, whew, we got through it. You know, we had this big transformative process. A lot of it is, you know, letting go of things that are not good for you. And I do feel that folks are standing up even more than ever, especially if you've been very energetically sensitive, right? If you're very sensitive or empathic, you know, we're getting a little tougher on like who we let in, who we spend time with, who we entertain in our world. It's like, you know what, if your vibe is just gross, we don't want it around. It's nothing personal, but we're trying to stay on a higher vibrational track right now. So let's get an affirmation on this reading for us. Look at that, guys. I'm just saying. This is a fabulous read. Bright future. Balanced elements is coming out as our affirmation for the collective. Hope truly springs eternal. Aspiration has been your driving force through difficult times. Your future is filled with love, laughter, and fulfilled dreams. Embrace those blessings with outstretched arms. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that the blessings won't come. We've got the Ace of Cups and Pentacles in this reading. And I do feel like a lot of us have been very focused on just pure happiness, pure stability. No matter what is rocking and rolling in our life, to have that core of contentment going on. So this is a great read, guys. Very glad I did this for us because it feels really good. And I'm going to throw a few lunar cards because I want to see what's going on in our lunar energies. Hey, Ocean Garnet. Hey, Blue Rose. Good to see y'all in the chat. It's been sleepy energy. I've been sleeping a lot this past week. And I've been busy. I've been cleaning my house. That's my big thing. I've been cleaning and organizing. And it energetically feels so good to do that. Like, oh, Just that house cleaning is so, so good right now. So let's do some lunar cards. Got my Moonology Oracle, I got my Queen of the Moon Oracle, and we've got the Moonology Manifestations. So let us see what we have got going on. I hope y'all are doing good. I had a very challenging second half of my summer. I was sick most of it with some kind of weird cold virus thing. It wasn't COVID. I finally got over it, but it just didn't want to go away. It was super stubborn. But I'm doing a lot better. But I'm taking really good care of myself and taking it easy. So I haven't been on the channel too much. Kind of been in that place where it's like when I've got energy, I'll jump in here. But I haven't been pushing myself hard because I feel like it's better to just chill out right now. Everything in the planets is telling us to chill out. All right, Spirit, let's see what we have in our lunar oracle cards. Any extra advice for the collective as we go through these lunar cycles, tonight being the new moon? What's that going to bring to us the next 2 weeks? Let's look at that. Yeah, we like to see that. We really like to see that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's this huge thing about security. It's coming out in this reading too. So in the immediate past, around this new moon, building up to it, new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So yo, Capricorns, our ruling planet Saturn just turned direct, and we've got this new moon card in Capricorn. And so I believe, yeah, the moon is in Libra, and when it shifts over to Scorpio tomorrow, that's when the new moon solar eclipse happens. Yeah, so tonight, yes, the moon is still in Libra, and then it will shift over into Scorpio tomorrow. Yes, so I think this is very positive, but it's positive for everyone because this is general energies, general reading. So when you have this going on, it's like, oh, the hard work is finally paying off. All the stuff I've been doing hasn't been for nothing. And, you know, well, it's wake up Capricorn time, you know, which I love because I'm a Capricorn. But, you know, it's just, you know, we wait all year for those, we wait 5 months for those big planets. Anybody that's got a ruling planet from Jupiter on out, we have those 5-month yearly retrogrades, and yeah, they're kind of tough. That's why I feel like for, you know, the last 5 months, it's been like, where, what? And I swear it gets worse the closer it gets to the direct station. It really does, because like last week, I was just like, screw it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to eat. I'm going to clean my house. I'm going to do a little work. I'm going to sleep some more. And so I was like, I'll get busy when Saturn goes direct, for real. Nice. Very good, Blue Rose. Yeah. Get ahead of the crowd. All right, let's clarify the new moon in Capricorn in our past position, please. Anything more you can tell us about this one? Look at that. Yes. Oh my goodness. And I'll say a couple of things about this. You know, even though these are in the past position, the blossoming, the flower moon. So I really feel great about this energy for whoever resonates with this. Some of us, boy, we've been working hard on something patiently, carefully, one day at a time, putting in that extra effort all the time. And to me, this just feels like whatever that is, it is going to have a good outcome. For some of us, I think we're going to feel it even more in Capricorn season, especially when we hit that new moon in Capricorn in December, right? And the other time that this could be building up to is next spring as well. So I really feel like, you know, Capricorn time will be very positive, productive, a lot of good things coming to fruition. If it doesn't feel like it's really hit that stride for you personally, maybe coming like in late April or early May next year. or both, or both. You might be getting quite a benefit or a blessing in both of those times, but it's interesting that that's in a past position, because I feel like this is something that you've been working on for a while, because it is in that past. It's kind of like, yeah, I've been at it day after day after day and wondering, is this ever going to work out? Is this ever going, and maybe it's working all right, but it's like you really want it to go even further, because Capricorns always want it to go further. They're never satisfied with what they've done. They want more. They want it to keep going. Right in the center, what we're bringing in on this evening, or next evening, tomorrow, with this new moon in Scorpio. Look at the energy that's coming in with this. This is a new moon in Leo card. Interesting, it's also a new moon, but it is Leo energy. Confidence is the key to success. So my Leos might be feeling an extra boost from this Scorpio moon. It is a square to your sign. So that actually might be very, very motivating. It might be really that extra spark, that extra pressure, that extra push that you need to go even further. But, you know, to me, it's all about healthy confidence, not negative ego, right? So it's like, be truly confident in who you are, in what you're about, in what you've achieved and succeeded at. It's like, take that forward with you and build on that energy. That's really important, is for us to not get down on ourselves, to not beat ourselves up, to not feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't do it. You know, that's really what you want to avoid. Do not go into that energy. Go into a stable, self-confident, healthy self-worth. Let's get into a clarifier, please, for the new moon in Leo card. And express your gratitude. That's a good way to stay, you know, that's a good way to stay healthy. Healthy and proud, but also humble, right? Balance it with gratitude. Balance it with thankfulness for the people that have helped you succeed, the ones who have built you up when nobody else would, those who believed in you when other people didn't. That's really important. That's going to help keep that balance between that healthy pride, right? And help it to keep from going to negative ego. Express gratitude to those who have really been a blessing to you. Going into the future, hey Amber, good to see you, sweetie. Happy Scorpio season. Going into the future, all the cards in the Moonology, I love it that we're talking about a new moon, and all three of our Moonology cards were new moon cards. So this new moon is, I think, very powerful. So going into the future, we got new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. I think it's interesting that we got, you know, the Capricorn and Cancer energies, because what I was feeling in the collective tarot reading was this real emphasis on security. And to me, Cancer and Capricorn are very focused on security more than anyone else. So this is really saying, look, you're okay. Things are going in a positive direction. You are stable. Your loved ones are okay. It's going to be all right, right? And I feel like, again, there's an energy of that happy home, you know, feeling of like stability within the home, no matter how that's playing out. Family connections for a lot of folks may very well be improving. Yeah. So let's get a clarifier, please, on the new moon in Cancer card. Yes, yes, yes. Again, you know, this is the long night's moon. That's the full moon that happens in Capricorn season. Something's really tying into Capricorn season for this Scorpio new moon solar eclipse. There's something very strong about, you know, Capricorn season, which will be in December and January. So I think that, you know, yet again, you know, this is that feeling of inner strength, getting through challenging times, but doing it as a team. That's how it feels. And I love that on the bottom of the Moonology deck, we had the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. I think a lot of things are going to be revealed during Scorpio season. Yes, they are. I know, the little bunny. I love him. Yes. Because that can, you know, that kind of moon, that can be like, it's that long night's moon, right? It's the dark time of the year, the cold time of the year. And sometimes you might feel very alone, but remember, rabbits always have a warren. They're not solitary creatures. He's definitely got a cozy home somewhere to go get in. Rabbits are very, very, very unlikely to be alone in the wild. They definitely snuggle up in groups. I know mine do. So let's get into some affirmations. I'm going to do some affirmations from the Moonology Manifestation and see what we're meant to learn from this particular cycle of the moon. Past, present, future. Let's see what's coming in. Yes, look at this. Oh my goodness. Not a surprise. Practice gratitude. We already talked about that. That's really important. This is a great time to thank people for the positives that they have given you. So last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Second card out, new moon in Virgo, trust that all will be well. Yes, and that is a big one. There's a lot of like needing to have faith that things are going to turn out in your favor. And not to worry, right? I would also add that as not to worry, because Virgo energy tends to worry a good bit. Going into the third card, we've got Taurus energy, full moon in Taurus, detoxify. And funny enough, that is the full moon that we are building up to in 2 weeks, is the Taurus full moon. So absolutely, it's time to clear things out. It's time to clean things out. It's time to let them go, right? That's what I've been feeling. That's why I've been like very focused on cleaning out my house, throwing stuff out, giving things away. It's a really great feeling. So if that's something that would help you, by all means do that. It's like any kind of detox, whether it's to clear your space, to clear your head, to clear your heart, to have those important conversations, to talk to a good therapist or a helpful friend. Whatever helps you feel really to release it, because we're building up to that full moon in Taurus. On the bottom of the deck, we had attuned to the divine, new moon in Pisces. There's the faith, right? There's the faith. We had both of these guys, right? New moon in Virgo, trust that all will be well. Virgo has a little bit of a hard time just letting it go and trusting in the divine, but Pisces does not. So definitely find the balance here. Do the practical work, you know, with that earth energy, but also tune into spirit and let things just be, and trust that the right things are going to happen in the end. These were great readings, guys. I do too. This is like a newer version, because we have the Moonology deck. The Moonology deck has been very popular for a while. That's the first one, right? This one is the Moonology Manifestations. So it's kind of like keywords or key affirmations, you know, for what could be coming out. So I like them both. I like to use them together. They're really cool. It helps if you know a little bit of the astrology. It helps it to make a little more sense too. All right, guys, so I am going to take off unless anybody wants to get a personal read. I do have it open for that, so that's up to you. I'll hang out here for just a minute or two if anybody wants. I know, I have so many decks too. I had to kind of do a moratorium on buying them. I really haven't bought any new decks in a while because I've already got so many that I don't use enough, right? But thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I wish I was getting on here more to hang out with y'all, but like I said, I have just been taking good care of myself, and so when I'm able to get in here and do it, I will be doing it. That's my plan for the future here. When I can, I will. Oh, I know. And on the artwork is so beautiful on a lot of decks, and I love the gorgeous artwork as well. It's like, oh. Yeah. All right, everyone. Oh, how's Petey? You know, he's still alive. Everybody asks how he's doing. Petey is still alive, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. He's really old. He's, you know, he's weak, but he's energetic at the same time. It's really kind of improbable how he just keeps going, but he does eat really well and he drinks well. He gets all his water. He loves his food. He loves his veggies. So he's doing all right, but his mobility is not good. Like that's just, that's the hardest thing right now is just making sure he gets enough movement. So I try to, you know, pick him up as much as I can and just, you know, pet him and move him around and stuff because his mobility is not great. Um, but he's still able to lift himself up and eat and drink, so that's good. If he makes it to February next year, he'll be 16 years old, which is just incredibly old for a bunny. And he's definitely beat the odds of what anybody thought he could do, especially because he had a major surgery almost a year ago. So I'm pretty amazed and very happy and grateful that I've gotten to have another whole year with him after that's happened. And, you know, we'll just see how much longer he goes. That's all it is. It's like, I never know from day to day, like when he will go to the Rainbow Bunny Bridge. Yes, it does. It's hard getting older, and he's the equivalent of like a 108-year-old little man. That's how old he is in bunny years, you know. Um, he's still happy, you know, and he's not in pain. He's not suffering that way. He's adorable. He's such a good little guy. Um, he's so sweet. He loves to be held. He loves it, especially when I hold him and like give him a carrot or give him some greens. He just crunches right into it and you can just tell how happy he is. So, you know, I feel like he still has a happy life and he does sleep a lot. That's normal, you know, for anybody or any bunny who's really old. He just sleeps a ton. You know, basically his life is sleeping, eating, getting snuggled, rinse, repeat, right? He just does it again. So, you know, we'll see how long he goes. But every day is, you know, I try to really value it. I'm just grateful for it. Yeah. So, yeah, they're just rabbits are so sweet. And of course, they have the two other younger bunnies who are doing great. They're full of energy. They're always wanting to do things. Yeah, salad before bed. Oh, yeah, and there's definitely a lot of poop with a bunny. Oh, my goodness. Yes. They do. They go a lot. There's tons of that with a bun. Little vegetarians. They're made to graze and poop, just like horses and cows and all that. They just graze and poop, and that's what they do. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for asking about Petey. He is a sweet boy, and he's been in my life a very, very long time. It's not easy to see him declining, but, you know, I'm just so grateful I've been able to have him his whole life and that he's had a really good life, and he still does, you know, for however long he has it. So, all right, y'all. Have a good night. I do have great bunnies. And Petey came all the way from Oregon. That's how long I've had him. I bought him when I was living all the way in Oregon. So yeah, it's been quite a journey. Good night, everybody. I hope to see y'all soon. And yes, keep in mind that this week is powerful. It's supercharged. And we do have a lot of powerful movements going on the planets right now. It is pretty amazing. So hang on, buckle up, get ready for it. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye for now.